Yeah, I would like to tell you about a friend of mine in East Germany, and we both went to the same school. Our school was called Karl Marx School. I went in grade 7, and my friend, and her name was Karen Wolf. She was a year older than me, and she went into grade 8. And that was the time when the churches were all forbidden in East Germany. You could not come together unless we kind of sneaked, like going for a visit to someone, and hopefully there was always someone that was able to bless the sacrament and all that. However, we had the same teacher that taught us biology. And in her teaching us, she also made sure that we would all understand and know that there actually is no God. Because whoever started that there is a God, was people who want the rest of the public to stay dumb. Because if you start to believe on God, you're going to say, oh, you're going to be punished for this, you're going to be punished for that. And not to make the people which are smart, that they're going to turn stupid. You better know right now there is no such thing. There is no God. And everything happens for a purpose, but it has nothing to do with God. So she also taught the same lesson in grade 8. And Karen is in grade 8. And I guess while Miss Schiller, was her name, was explaining the fact why there should or is no God, Karen had the guts to get up or just speak out, and she says, "You are wrong, Miss Schiller, there is a God." And for that she got what we call, where you measure, a strap over her fingers, and she had to write 100 times, "There is no God." Well, she came back to school the next day, and she brought in 100 times, "There is a God." Whether she wrote it all herself, I don't know. All I know is she brought 100 times, "There is a God." And she was very badly punished for that. And she had to bring in the next day to have it written 200 times, "There is no God." But the next day, when there is recess, in that time in Germany, everybody had recess. All the teachers were in the same recess area. The teachers which taught mathematics were together in one corner, and others there, and on so forth. And Miss Schiller was all with 3 or 4 others which taught just in different classes biology, and they were standing around. Some even had a cigarette. And there came Sister Wolf, Karen's mother. And she went to Miss Schiller, and she said to her, "Miss Schiller, we do live in a country where we are allowed to say what we want to say. It is not forbidden that we cannot tell what we think. And that goes for my daughter. If she wants to tell you that she believes in God, why punish her for that? She's allowed to believe if she wants to believe in God. We all do in our house believe in God. So I would ask you that you stay away from punishing her so badly for believing in God." And Miss Schiller came out from the 4 she was with and walked towards Sister Wolf, and with her 4 fingers she touched her breast, and she said in a very loud voice, "And I tell you right now, there is no such thing. There is no God. And if there is a God, why doesn't he strike me dead?" And in the same moment, Miss Schiller fell to the floor. She apparently had a heart attack, and she was dead. Now this news, although nobody had a phone in the house, we didn't know nothing about cell phone and iPod, and nothing like this was even known at that time. And yet this story went almost through all Eastern Germany in no time at all. And it didn't take long. I don't know how to say whether it was weeks or a couple of months. all the churches were allowed to go back to church and believe what they want to believe. And that to me, I was in the 7th grade, and I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I was so proud to call Karen my friend, because I'm not sure if I would have had the guts to do that. I never even thought of doing that. Maybe if somebody would push me and say, hey, you, Latter-day Saints, why don't you speak up too? Maybe I would then, but it never occurred to me. So I just thought I was going to leave you that story.